think the treatment of Martin towards the end by a lot of the sections from the Irish media was obviously certainly personal, whatever you say, and it was nasty because he's a good guy, and there's not many good guys left in football, let me tell you.
And he very much obviously fought your corner as well in those last couple of months when there were those issues, which, look, everyone's heard the Stephen Ward WhatsApp about the Harry Arter and John Walters issue.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
do you want me to get started on that?
Well,
it's a lovely story.
Like, when you hear that, you go, fair enough, that's what happened. I don't think it was an issue.
Well,
I don't see why you'd think it was an issue.
Well, put it this way. When I've issues with any players, again, I don't even think Wardy was there.
But no, he wasn't.
No, but I give an example of when you're working with certain players who are playing at a certain level. John, I think John Walters for the last 2 or 3 years, because I know he's on the circuit now, isn't he? He's a good talker, John. John hadn't kicked the ball for the last 2 or 3 years, but does a lot of talking. It's amazing. Imagine if he had a good career.
But he's still in the squad.
Harry Arter's now, obviously, was at Cardiff, went on loan there, got relegated. Wardy, I don't think Wardy can get in the Stoke team at the moment. Stoke were bottom of the league. So, I don't know, maybe at a point, I don't know.
Would you class them as friends?
Does any part of it, though, when you look at, say, so John Walters is in that camp and he's in that situation where at club level he doesn't really have to train, his body can't take training, comes into Ireland camp, that's relayed to the medical staff. There again, he can do 1 session out of 3. That's kind of modern football, and that you may have to change your ways?
No. No, honestly, that is nonsense. This is the danger of the game. Don't get me started on John. I tell you, I've worked with John Walters. I've worked with John. He was demanding to leave Ipswich when I was down there. Talks a good game. And imagine if he had a good CV. Imagine if he won a trophy.
Well, he went on to have a good career as a professional.
Sorry?
He went on to have a good career as a professional.
He done okay. He done okay. And the games he was fit for with Ireland, he done well, I have to say. But towards the end, when players are turning up and creating stuff, do me a favour. So you're defending John. You know John well?
Have you worked with him? Has done some work with us, yeah.
Have you? I bet he has, yeah.
What did you say? Like, you talk about that Bosnia night. John Walters was the one who scored the goals.
Well, yeah. How many years ago was that? So is he going to live off that? Like a certain player scored against Holland. You live off that for the next 20, 30 years. Listen, I know all about John Walters. I know all about him.
Are you going to tell us?
Bluffer. Again, talks a good game. And then there's the circuit, of course. There's all the circuit stuff. Goes on the TV, how harshly he was treated by me. He's crying on the TV, family situation. He's the only one who's... Don't do me a favour. Not kicked the ball for Burnley for 2 or 3 years. I used to be driving the train, he'd be on the radio. You know what I mean? Why don't you lay low for a while? Lay low, take it easy. Sorry, look at his medals. Oh, that wouldn't take long, yeah. Couldn't wait to get out of Ipswich when I was the manager, making all sorts of demands. Ironically, 2 or 3 years ago, when his career was in free fall and he had injuries, he went back to Ipswich on loan. Fantastic. I was laughing my head off. Laughing my head off. He missed the game. We get beaten at Wales. John played, didn't have a good game. Wardy played. They need to go back and watch some of these games back. Remind themselves how bad they were. John misses the game. I think we go to Turkey. He speaks to Martin. He needs to rest for the game because Ipswich are playing Hull away, mighty Hull. And misses the game with Ireland. And guess what? Ipswich got beaten up at Hull. And I think that might have been one of the last games John had because, again, whatever program he was on wasn't working. Because he finished with a knee problem 2 years early. Will you be seeing John soon?
I've no idea. Probably not now, I suspect.
That's not my best to him.
I'll be sure.
No, he promised to pay me a visit at my house a few years ago, and I'm still waiting. And I gave him the address. Good old John.
You said there about the next step and a return to management that
For who?
for you
Who,
and
this, from who said this?
no, you were saying just there about
All right.
potentially returning, and you're not waiting for. You said this.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not expecting a call from Real Madrid anytime soon.
Well, you
But
never know.
Ole
Gary got a
Gunnar
call
Sol-
from Valencia.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got the call. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got the call from
Brilliant.
Manchester
Yeah.
United.
Yeah,
like,
of
did
course.
part of you think, you know what?
No.
Maybe.
Listen, that was never going to happen. Not with. I think there's somebody still in the background there having a say. No, that was brilliant for Ollie. And again, in sport, you need a bit of luck, a bit of timing, and it was brilliant for Ollie. So would it be same with Lampard? I think goes into Chelsea at the right time. Neil Lennon goes back to Celtic. You need a few breaks in this game.